My name is Corinne, and this is my Vinyasa Power Flow yoga class. Can't wait to get started. Let's begin by starting lying on your back. So just begin in a comfortable place on your back, on your mat, allowing yourself to really just sink into your mat and settle in. We always take a moment or two in sacred space in the beginning of our yoga practice to make sure that we're setting our intentions for our practice. Our intentions change for our practice each day as our body's needs change. Just begin to center, allow yourself to focus inward. Letting go of all the noise. If you find your mind wandering, that's okay. Just begin with your very next breath. Begin again. Feel your belly rise and fall in its natural state. Noticing what you brought with you to your mat today without any judgment. Begin to scan your body energetically. If you have thoughts circling through your mind, try to just label them as thinking and put them on a shelf for the time being. Feel your belly rise and fall in its natural state. So placing your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your heart. Feel your belly rise and fall. And on your next breath, take a big deep inhale in. So pull your belly in all the way up to the top, and then exhale out through your mouth. Beautiful job. Let's do that again. So pull your breath in, feel your belly expand, feel your rib cage open all the way up to your collarbone, and then exhale out through your mouth. Excellent job, yogis. Let's do that one more time. Pull it in through your nose, pull all the way up, and then exhale out through your mouth. Beautiful. This time, seal your lips. Take that same deep inhale in through your nose, pull it all the way up to the top, but this time exhale out through your nose. Feel that forceful constriction in the back of your throat. That's your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. We use our Ujjayi Pranayama breath throughout our practice to maintain heat and energy just by breathing. So let's do that again. Pull it all the way in. Feel your belly expand, expanding your rib cage all the way up to your collarbones, and then exhale out through your nose. Like an ocean wave in the back of your throat. One last time, inhale in through your nose, pull it all the way in, and then exhale out through your nose. Beautiful job. Now let's go ahead and take a full body stretch, so that good morning stretch. Feel your body lengthen and elongate. Feel your torso stretch. Lengthen it out. Beautiful, and then begin to pull your knees in. Go ahead and give yourself a hug for showing up on your mat this morning, and begin to rock from side to side, connecting that breath with movement. And then open it up again. So we're expanding and contracting. So opening it all the way up, and then pulling back in, hugging yourself, rocking from side to side. Beautiful. Let's do that one last time. So opening up and expanding. Excellent. And then pulling back in as you rock from side to side. Begin to rock forward and backwards until you come up to a seated position. And then we'll begin to start our practice together with a nice deep breath from seated as we begin to connect that breath with movement. So inhale, Reach your arms tall, gaze past your fingertips, catch your left wrist, and just bend over to the side. Waking up that left side body, really feeling the stretch on the left-hand side here. Good, coming back to center, inhale, and then catch your other wrist and come on over to the other side. It doesn't matter which side you do first. Beautiful, come back to center, inhale, look up, and then exhale as you take a spinal twist, just waking up your lower spine. Beautiful, let's come back to center, inhale, and then as you exhale, come back around and take that spinal twist on the other side. Beautiful. And coming on back to center, let's open up for a wide leg fold. So just inhale and reach all the way up, and then exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out and come into this stretch as deeply as you can. Pausing for a moment, just taking a breath. And then walk your hands back up. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and take that same inhale one more time. Inhale, reach nice and tall. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down. Maybe an even deeper expression this time. Beautiful. Begin to walk your hands back and come on back up. And let's transition into tabletop. So for tabletop, you want to have your hands about shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Your knees are hip width apart. And we're going to toggle between cat and cow pose. So for cat, just like a scaredy cat, rounding your back, opening your shoulder blades. And for cow, drop your belly and raise your chin up towards the sky. And I want you to just take these, toggle between the two of these at your own pace. So really getting into your body, connecting that breath with movement. Beautiful job. Go ahead and toggle back and forth. Maybe take some hip rotations here if that feels good. This is really about connecting breath with movement as we warm up to begin our flow. And then circling the other way. Beautiful. Let's come back to tabletop. And on your next inhale, open up your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, thread the needle underneath that left arm, really getting into your right shoulder blade here, opening and stretching your upper back. Excellent. Let's go ahead and pull back out. Open up your shoulder again and just reach that arm nice and tall. And then place your hand back down on your mat. Let's take the same thing on the left. So inhale, reaching your left arm all the way up. And then as you exhale, thread the needle, reaching underneath your right arm and just resting your head on your mat. Just breathing through and opening up your upper back. Getting ready for flow and movement. Excellent. Let's go ahead and pull your arm back out, opening it back up. And then as you exhale, place your left hand back down onto your mat. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and tuck your toes on your mat and shift your hips up into your inverted V for your first downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the backs of your feet. See if you can press your heels into your mat. Remember your Ujjayi breath, so keep maintaining that Ujjayi breath as we begin to flow. So inhale and look up, walk your feet to the top of your mat to meet your hands. Inhale and lift up halfway, hands to shins, lengthen and look out. And then exhale, fold all the way down, gazing past your knees. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach those arms nice and tall. Place your palms together, hands to heart center, samastitihi. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk through our first flow. We're gonna inhale, reach nice and tall, gaze past your fingertips. Catch your left wrist and push your left hip out as you tilt over to the right for half moon. Good, coming back to center, we're gonna lift those heels and take a quick balancing posture while we're here. Balance is different each day. Come on down, catch your other wrist and tilt over to the other side. Beautiful. Now come back to center, take a baby back bend here. So shine your heart if it feels good. If it doesn't, leave it out. As you exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway up, hands to shins. And then as you exhale, plant your hands outside your feet and step back into the top of a push-up or plank. This is your chaturanga vinyasa flow sequence. If these become too much, just go straight to downward facing dog throughout our practice. So go ahead and lower down to the bottom of a push-up and then roll to the tops of your toes as you come up for upward facing dog. Then tuck your toes and shift back for downward facing dog. Reset yourself right here and take those 3 Ujjayi breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, look up in between your hands. Walk your hands to meet your feet to meet your hands. And then inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms nice and tall, palms together, hands to heart center, samastitihi. So let's repeat that. That's our first flow. Turn up the music, whatever playlist you're listening to, and we're gonna go ahead and flow. This is our warm-up. Inhale, reach up tall, catch your left wrist and over. Good, come back to center, lift up those heels, and then drop your heels, catch your other wrist and back over to the other side. Good. Coming back to center, take the baby back bend and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, plant your hands, step back and take that chaturanga vinyasa flow. So lower down, come on up, tuck your toes, downward dog. Reset yourself right here for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Good, inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet, top of your mat. Lift up halfway, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms tall, palms together, hands to heart center. Let's repeat. Reach all the way up. Catch your wrist and over to the side. Good. Come back to center. Lift up those heels, and then drop your heels and over to the other side. Good, come back to center. Take your baby back bend, shine your heart. Exhale, fold, come all the way down. Lift up halfway and then plant your hands, step it back. Take your vinyasa, lower down. Come on up, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Reset here for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Good, inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet, top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach tall, palms together, hands to heart center. Let's repeat. Reach all the way up. You know what to do. Catch your left wrist and tilt to the side. Come back to center, lifting those heels. And then drop your heels. Catch your other wrist over to the other side. Back to center. Take a baby back bend and shine your heart. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Lift up halfway, plant your hands and step back, top of a push-up. Lower down, take your flow. Reset yourself for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Beautiful yogis. Inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet, top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach tall, palms together, hands to heart center. One last time for our warm-up. Reach tall, catch your wrist and tilt over to the side. Good, come back to center, lifting those heels. Drop your heels and come over to the other side. Beautiful, come back to center, shine your heart. And then exhale as you forward fold all the way down. Lift up halfway, and then plant your hands, step back, take your vinyasa, lower down, come up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Reset for those 3 Ujjayi breaths. Good, inhale, look up, step, jump, or hop your feet, top of your mat. Lift up halfway, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach tall, place your palms together, hands to heart center, samastitihi. Beautiful job. Let's walk through our second flow. So for our second flow, we're going to begin in chair pose, Utkatasana. So place your feet together at the top of your mat and go ahead and sink your hips down, tucking your tailbone in. You don't want to stick your bum out here. You really want to engage your core. Don't make your legs do all the work. Reach tall, gaze past your fingertips here. And we're going to begin our second flow by opening it up. So just open it up and gaze past your left fingertips. We're opening to the left. Stay low and come back to center here and just simply open it up to the other side, gazing past your other fingertips. Good. Come back to center, straighten your legs, swan dive all the way down. When you get there, place your left hand down and just peel your right arm open all the way up, gazing past your fingertips, bending into that left knee. Good, bring your right hand down and now peel open all the way on the left, gazing past your left fingertips. Good, bring your left hand down, lift up halfway here. As you plant your hands outside your feet, step it back, take your vinyasa, so lowering down, come up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift your right leg nice and high. Take your knee to opposite elbow and then tap your other elbow before you kick your leg back up. Beautiful. Plant your right foot between your hands. Stay low here. Leave your left hand down and peel open on the right hand side for dragonfly twist, really getting into your hips. Now watch me, take a yogi stroll. So just walk yourself to the back of your mat. When you get there, come up for revolved crescent. That means your left arm is behind you and your right arm is raised and you're gazing over your left shoulder. Then plant your back foot and sink into warrior two. Good. Catch your left wrist, straighten your left leg, and pull back for sky archer. And then windmill your hands down. Step back and take your vinyasa to the back of your mat. Now we're going to repeat the same thing on the left side. So inhale, lift your left leg nice and high. Take knee to opposite elbow, engage your core, and then tap your other elbow before you come back up. Plant your left foot between your hands. Right hand stays down this time, and we open up on the left for dragonfly twist on the left. Good. Now take that walk. Walk yourself back around to the front of your mat. When you get there, revolved crescent on the other side. So your right arm is behind you, and your left arm is raised. You're gazing over your right shoulder. So I'll show you what this looks like from here. Right arm behind, left arm is raised, gazing over my right shoulder. Okay? So staying here, we're going to plant your back foot and sink into warrior two. Now catch your right wrist, pull all the way back for sky archer, and then windmill your hands down, step back, and take your vinyasa. Just stay with me, you've got this. Take your 3 Ujjayi breaths and reset yourself here in downward facing dog. This is the second flow where we begin to build more heat and energy. Inhale, look up, step, jump, or hop your feet, top of your mat. Lift up halfway, and then as you exhale, sink your hips, come right back to chair. All right, so we're just going to repeat this flow. So open it up to the left. Come back to center, and open it up to the right. Come back to center, straighten your legs, swan dive down. Left hand stays down, peel open on the right. Good, drop your right hand, open it up on the left. Beautiful, left hand comes down, lift up halfway, plant your hands and step back to take your vinyasa. Remember, optional downward facing dog. If the Vinyasa flow becomes too much, reach your right leg nice and high. Knee to opposite elbow, then the other elbow. Kick it back up. Plant your right foot, left hand stays down. Open up, dragonfly twist. Take a walk, turn yourself around for that yogi stroll. When you get there, revolved crescent. Remember, left arm behind you, right arm is raised. Plant your back foot and sink into warrior two. Catch your left wrist and pull back for sky archer. And then windmill down, step back, take your vinyasa. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up nice and high. Knee to opposite elbow, then the other elbow. Kick it back up, plant your left foot. Right hand stays down, open it all up. Beautiful. Take a yogi stroll, turn yourself around. When you get there, revolved crescent, right arm behind you, left arm is raised, gazing over your right shoulder. Plant your back foot and sink now, warrior two. Catch your wrist, pull it back, sky archer, and then windmill your hands down. Step back and take your vinyasa. This is where you'll reset yourself for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet, top of your mat. Lift up halfway, and then exhale, sink your hips, come right back to chair. And let's repeat the flow. You guys know what to do. Open it up to the left, beautiful. Come back to center, open it to the right. Beautiful job, back to center, straighten your legs, swan dive down, left hand stays down, peeling open on the right. Good, right hand comes down, peel open on the left. Beautiful job, left hand comes down, lift up halfway, plant your hands, step back, take your vinyasa. Come up, tuck your toes, downward dog. Reach your right leg nice and high. Knee to opposite elbow, then the other elbow, kick it back up. Plant your right foot, left hand stays down, open up, dragonfly twist. Good, take that yogi stroll, turn yourself around, revolved crescent, left arm behind you, right arm is raised, gazing over your left shoulder. Beautiful, plant that back foot and sink, warrior two. Catch your left wrist, pull back, sky archer, and then windmill your hands down. Step back and take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So we're gonna start with our left leg now. Left leg comes up high. Knee to opposite elbow, then the other elbow. Kick it back up. Plant your left foot. Right hand stays down. Open up, dragonfly twist. Take that yogi walk. Come back around. Revolved crescent. Right arm behind you, left arm is raised. Plant your back foot and sink, warrior two. Catch your right wrist. Pull back, sky archer. And windmill down. Step back. Take your vinyasa. Reset yourself here for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet, top of the mat. Lift up halfway, and then exhale, sink your hips. We're right back to chair. We're taking it from the top, so open it up. Good, come back to center, open to the right. Beautiful, back to center, straighten those legs, swan dive down. Left hand stays down, peel it open. Beautiful, right hand comes down, peel open on the left. Left hand comes down, lift up halfway, and then plant your hands, step back, and take your vinyasa. So lower down, come on up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up nice and high. Knee to opposite elbow, then the other elbow. Kick it back up. Plant your right foot. Left hand stays down. Open up, dragonfly twist. Good. Take that yogi stroll. Turn yourself around. Revolved crescent when you get there. Left arm behind you. Right arm is raised. Gazing over your left shoulder. Plant your back foot. Sink. Warrior two. Now catch your left wrist and pull back for sky archer. And then windmill down. Step it back. And take your vinyasa. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up nice and high. Knee to opposite elbow, then the other. Kick it back up. Plant your left foot, right hand stays down, open up for dragonfly. Really getting into those hips. Good, take that yogi stroll, turn yourself around, revolved crescent, right arm behind you, left arm is raised, gazing over your right shoulder. Plant that back foot and sink, warrior two. Catch your wrist, pull back, sky archer, and then windmill down. Step back and take your vinyasa, or optional, downward dog. Tuck your toes, reset yourself, 3 Ujjayi breaths. All right, inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway here, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach nice and tall. Place your palms together. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. Beautiful job. We have one more flow to work through. So now we've got lots of heat and energy building up. We're going to build it up for one final flow, and we're going to begin that one in downward facing dog. So start in downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, lift your right leg up nice and high. Bend your knee, open up your hip. You can choose to flip your dog here if you want, but you don't have to. You could simply just stay here and open up your hip. Straighten your leg back out, plant your right foot. When you get there, come up for crescent lunge. So your left heel is lifted here. Okay? We're going to press our arms back for lightning bolt. Come up and pull back for sky archer. Now clasp your hands behind your back and shift forward for humble warrior. Pivot to the long side of your mat and take skandasana on the left. Okay? Now take your right hand, place it down, and turn yourself around as you open up for dragonfly again on the left. You've been here before. Now drop your right knee onto the mat and sit all the way back for seated half split. Right here, I want you to grab all your energy and root your left foot into your mat as you come up strong for warrior three. This is your balancing flow here. We're going to flow and take Shiva squat, right knee behind the left, and then we're going to flow again. Left hand is down, opening up for floating half moon. And then place both hands down, step back, and take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Left leg is where we start when we're facing the back. So left leg comes up, bend your knee, open your hip, flip your dog if you choose. Come back around, kick your leg back up. Plant your left foot and come up for crescent lunge. So your right foot is lifted here. Press your arms back, lightning bolt. Come up to standing, pull back for sky archer. Clasp your hands behind your back and shift forward for humble warrior. Now pivot long side of your mat, skandasana to the other side. Left hand comes down, turn yourself around, open up for dragonfly on the right. Drop your left knee, sit back, seated half split, and then grab all your energy, root that right foot into your mat this time. Come up strong for warrior three, and then palms together, flow into your Shiva squat, and then flow again. Right hand comes down, open up, floating half moon. Place both hands down, step back, and take your vinyasa. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So this is where you'll reset for 3 Ujjayi breaths, and that is our third flow. Crank up some good music during this flow. Inhale, look up, step, jump, or hop your feet, top of the mat. Lift up halfway, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, palms together, hands to heart center, okay? So that's our third flow. We're gonna repeat that flow several times. If you've got some good music, it's a great time to blast it. All right, so starting in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg nice and high. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Flip your dog if you choose. Straighten back out and plant your right foot as you come up for crescent lunge. Press your arms back as we pivot for lightning bolt. Come up to standing and pull back for sky archer. Clasp your hands behind your back. Shift forward, humble warrior. And then pivot long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your right hand, open and turn yourself around for dragonfly twist. Drop your right knee, sit back, seated half split. and then root your left foot into your mat. Come up strong for warrior three, and then flow for Shiva squat. Flow again, left hand is down, open it up. Place both hands down, step back, and take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Let's do the same on the left. So lift your left leg nice and high, bend your knee, open up your hip, straighten your leg back out, plant your left foot, and then come up for crescent lunge. Then we pivot, we press back, lightning bolt, come up, pull back, sky archer, clasp your hands, shift forward, humble warrior, long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your left hand, turn yourself around, open it up. Drop your left knee, sit back, seated half split. Root your right foot into your mat, come up strong, warrior three, then flow, Shiva squat. Flow again, right hand comes down, open it up. Floating half moon, plant both hands down, step back, take your vinyasa. Reset yourself right here for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Okay, inhale, right leg comes up, here we go. Bend your knee, open up your hip, flip your dog if you choose. Kick your leg back up, plant your right foot, come on up for crescent lunge, then we press for lightning bolt, then we pull back, sky archer, clasp your hands, shift forward, humble warrior, long side of your mat, skandasana, drop your right hand, turn yourself around, open up, dragonfly twist, drop your right knee, sit all the way back, seated half split, root your left foot into your mat, come up strong, warrior three. Now flow, Shiva squat, and flow again. Left hand comes down, we're opening up. Plant both hands, step back, take your vinyasa, optional downward dog. Tuck your toes. Left leg comes up, bend your knee, open up your hip, flip if you choose, straighten back out, plant your left foot and come up for crescent lunge. Press back, lightning bolt. Come up to standing, pull back, sky archer. Clasp your hands, shift forward, humble warrior. And long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your left hand, turn yourself around, open up. Dragonfly twist, drop your left knee, sit back, seated half split. Grab your energy, root your right foot, come up strong for warrior three. Now we flow, Shiva squats, and we flow again. Right hand comes down, open it up. Plant your hands, step it back, take your vinyasa. Come up, tuck your toes, downward dog. Reset again, 3 Ujjayi breaths. You guys are doing awesome. And here we go again. Right leg comes up high, bend your knee, open your hip, flip your dog. Come back around, kick it back up. Plant your right foot, come on up for crescent lunge. Then press forward, lightning bolt. Come to standing, pull back, sky archer. Clasp your hands, humble warrior. Pivot, long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your right hand, open it up, dragonfly. Drop your right knee, sit back, seated half split. Root your left foot into your mat, come up strong, warrior three. And we flow, Shiva squat. We flow again, left hand comes down, opening it up for floating half moon. Plant your hands, step it back, and take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up high, bend your knee, open your hip, flip around, kick your leg back up, plant your left foot, and come on up for crescent lunge. Now pivot, lightning bolt, come up for standing, pull back, sky archer. Clasp your hands, shift forward, humble warrior. Long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your left hand, open up. Good, drop your left knee, sit back. Seated half split, come on up and root for warrior three. And we flow, Shiva squat, flow again. Right hand comes down, open it up. Plant your hands, step back, and take your vinyasa. Come on down, pop up. Tuck your toes, reset yourself here for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Okay, here we go. Right leg comes up high. Bend your knee, open your hip, flip if you choose. Kick it back up, plant your right foot. Come on up for crescent. Pivot, lightning bolt. Come up, pull back, sky archer. Clasp your hands, humble warrior. Long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your right hand, open up, dragonfly. Drop your right knee, sit all the way back. Root your left foot into the mat. Come up strong, warrior three. And now flow, Shiva squat. Flow again, left hand, open it up. Good, plant your hands, step it back. Take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck those toes. Downward facing dog. Ready for the left. Here we go on the left. Bend your knee, open your hip, flip. Come back around, kick your leg back up. And plant your left foot. Come on up for crescent. Now pivot and press for lightning bolt. Come back up, pull back for sky archer. Clasp your hands, shift forward, humble warrior. Long side of your mat, skandasana. Drop your left hand, turn yourself around, open it up. Drop your left knee, sit back, seated half split. Now root your right foot, come up strong, warrior three. We flow, Shiva squat. We flow again, right hand comes down, open it up. Good, plant your hands, step it back, take your vinyasa. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Reset yourself right here for 3 Ujjayi breaths. Good. Let's take one more time around. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Flip. Come around. Kick it back up. Plant your right foot. Lift up. Crescent lunge. Here we go. Press it back. Pull it up for sky archer. Clasp your hands. Humble warrior. Long side of your mat. Skandasana. Drop your right hand. Turn it around. Open up. Drop your right knee. Sit back. Seated half split. Root your left foot. Come all the way up for warrior three. We flow, Shiva squat. Flow again. Left hand is down, opening up. Floating half moon. Plant your hands. Step back. Take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Same thing on the left. Left leg comes up high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Flip it around. Kick your leg back up. And plant your left foot. When you get there, come up for crescent lunge. Now pivot back, lightning bolt. Stand up, pull back, sky archer. Clasp your hands, humble warrior. You know what to do, long side of the mat, skandasana. Drop your left hand, open up, dragonfly twist. Drop your left knee, sit all the way back, seated half split. Now root that right foot, come all the way up strong for warrior three. And we flow, Shiva squat. We flow again. Right hand comes down, floating half moon. Beautiful job, yogis. Plant your hands, step it back, and take your vinyasa. Come on up, tuck your toes, downward dog. Beautiful job flowing. Reset yourself for 3 Ujjayi breaths right here. Inhale, look up. Step, jump, or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway here, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms tall, palms together. Bring your hands to heart center. Samastitihi. Beautiful job flowing, guys. We're almost done. Hard part's not quite over, but we should have lots of heat and energy flow that's built up in our bodies right now. So what I want you to do is stand your legs out nice and wide on your mat. And I want you to just go ahead and sink into a goddess or Buddha squat, right? So tuck your tailbone in and just really feel your legs right here. This is a great time to blast up a song that gets you pumped and going. So just hold here for a moment. We're just gonna hang out here for a moment. Keep holding. This is where we build strength. So we have a lot of heat and flow and energy going throughout our bodies right now, right? So we've built up the fire, the heat and energy in that fire within us. This is the point in the class where now that we have the fire going, it's time to stoke the fire and create strength. So keep holding, stay low right here. stay low. Place your arms out to your side. We're gonna add to our core. Ready? So here we go. We're gonna tick-tock. So watch me. Center, left, back to center, and right. Back to center, and over. Center, and over, and center. Come over, and center, over. Center, stay low, over. Keep staying low, back to center, and just hold right here. Keep holding, just keep holding. Make sure you're cranking that music up to help you get through it. Keep holding, you should really be feeling your legs right about now. And while you're holding this, I want you to go ahead and lift your right heel. So just lift your right heel and then sink even further. Again, remember, this is where we build strength. So keep holding right here. You should really be feeling this in your legs right about now. Pull in your core to help support. Don't make your legs do all the work. Keep holding. Beautiful job. Go ahead and lower that right heel. Now lift your left heel and pause for a moment. So we're just gonna hang out here with our left heel. Again, pull in your core. Use your core to help you. Don't make your legs do all the work. Really sink into it. Can you get even lower? Beautiful job. Keep holding. Keep holding. Beautiful. All right, let's drop down that left heel. Just stay here for a moment and then begin to go ahead and lift both heels. So lifting both heels, just pause here for a moment. We're really saying hello to our glutes, our thighs. We're building strength. So just keep holding. You can put your hands on your hips if it helps. I like to hold mine out to the side. Just keep holding, doing a beautiful job. Get even lower if you can. Beautiful. And then drop your heels. Take a big forward fold all the way down. Beautiful job, yogis. While you're in your forward fold, take yourself to the top of your mat and bring yourself to a plank. We're just gonna hold and plank for a moment. Pull your belly in here to really help support you. So holding plank for a moment. Crank up your music. And just keep holding. We're just gonna keep pausing in plank for a moment. Keep holding. You've got this. Come down to your forearms and hold your plank in your forearm position. Keep pausing. Just keep holding. Remember, we're building strength. This is the final hard part of the class, so I know you can do it. Just keep holding. Now with your forearms down, go ahead and shift into your inverted V and walk your feet to meet your heels as close as you can into dolphin pose and hold dolphin pose. Keep holding. This is shoulder strength, arms, mental strength. Just keep holding. Beautiful job, yogis. Keep holding. Excellent. Begin to walk your feet back out to the back of your mat. Drop your knees and sink yourself back into child's pose. We're going to hold in child's pose for a few moments. Really allowing yourself an opportunity to sink into this posture. If it's too much on your hips, you can pull your knees in farther, and this will help take pressure off of your hips. These yin postures, holding them for stretches at a time, really allows the elasticity in your fiber and your muscles to stretch into places that they would not be normally able to if we weren't heated up from all that flowing. And so it's important to hold these stretches for long periods of time. Really feeling the stretch in your shoulders. This is a great time to play some winding down music. Keep holding in child's pose. Alright guys, beautiful job. Begin to press your hands on your mat as you slowly lift yourself up out of child's pose. We're going to shift forward and enter into downward facing dog. So go ahead and shift your hips back up for downward facing dog, pressing your heels into your mat. And then next, we're going to inhale, lift your right leg nice and high towards the ceiling. And begin to pull your right knee in between your hands as you sink your hips down onto your mat. Your left leg is back behind you. We're going to inhale, reach up, and then exhale as we sink down and surrender into pigeon pose. Really feeling this in your hips, just holding in pigeon pose. Surrender into the posture. Keep holding in pigeon. Pigeon pose reminds us that it's okay for us to sit in uncomfortable situations. Alright guys, beautiful job. Begin to press your hands into your mat and go ahead and tuck your left toe onto your mat as you safely lift yourself up out of pigeon. Both feet come back to meet in downward facing dog. Pressing your heels into your mat. Take an inhale, lift your left leg nice and high again. Now this time we'll pull our left knee in between our hands and sink your hips down. This time right leg is behind us. We're going to inhale, lift up, and then exhale, surrender into pigeon on the other side. Notice how one side may feel different than the other side. These yin postures are about finding your edge, right? So everyone's anatomy is different. And so you finding your edge means what it is for you. So any more in this posture is too much. Any less is not quite enough, and only you know what that means and looks like for your body. So just find your edge in this posture and then surrender. Keep holding in pigeon pose, maybe listening to some relaxing music. been here for a while, so go ahead and just slowly and carefully place both hands down, pressing yourself up. Tuck that right toe on your mat and safely lift yourself up out of pigeon, coming back to downward facing dog. Press your heels into your mat one last time, and then begin to shift forward and drop your knees onto your mat as you transition into a seated position. So from seated, plant both of your feet down on your mat, and then come on, you lower yourself down, slower than you would like, all the way down, and then open your arms out to your side. Begin to pull your right knee into your chest and transition your right foot over your left thigh. And stay in this shape, this figure 4 shape, and just drop over to the left. Your head and neck are facing the right here. Really allow gravity to do the work in this posture. And then begin to shift your legs back to center, placing both feet down on your mat. Bring both hands down by your hips and press your hands into your mat as you press your hips up towards the ceiling for bridge pose. Just pause it here in bridge pose for a moment. And then begin to lower yourself down slower than you would like, one vertebrae at a time, really melting into your mat. Beautiful. Let's open your arms back out to the side, and this time pull your left knee into your chest, transitioning your left foot over to your right thigh, opening up in that figure 4 shape. Staying in this shape, just drop over to the right and let gravity do all the work. Your head and neck are facing the left. Beautiful job, everyone. Come back to center here. Place both feet back down on your mat. Bring both hands down and begin to press your hips back up towards the ceiling for bridge pose. And then begin to lower yourself down. Again, slower than you'd like. One vertebrae at a time. Beautiful job. Let's take this last minute or so to just give your body a chance to get into any additional postures that your body's still craving this morning. So maybe a happy baby, or perhaps a shoulder stand. Whatever it is that your body's still craving, just take this last minute or so to give your body whatever it needs. Maybe plow pose. And then come back down. Whenever you're finished, you can go ahead and enter into your final resting posture of savasana. either lying down on your back or your belly. And there's nothing left to do here, yogis, but just take rest. You did a beautiful job flowing today. Whenever you're ready, just gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Begin to bring some movement back to the body. And you can begin to make your way over to your favorite side. And finally, when you're ready, begin to just bring yourself back up to seated position. And let's go ahead and take one big final deep breath together. So reaching all the way up, inhale. And place your palms together as you exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. May we always think kind thoughts. And may we always speak kind words. May all beings be at peace. The light in me honors, cherishes, and recognizes the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for flowing with me. You did an amazing job. Keep your practice up. Have a wonderful day.